that will make this presentation. Mr. Amos Berkowitz, he is the PLASSON instructor for electrofusion welding, and Mr. Oded Hankin is a marketing manager in PLASSON. What we'll do now, we will install a new unique feature of PLASSON, large bore saddle on a 710 millimeter pipe. What you have to do in electrofusion welding is to follow step by step. There are no shortcuts doing electrofusion welding. The first step that you have to do is to take a good PLASSON large bore saddle, still in its original packaging. What Amos will do now, he will mark the pipe exactly where he wants to put the saddle, and then he will scrape the first layer of the pipe. You cannot weld on the first layer of the pipe. He will have to take approximately 0.2 millimeter of this first layer. Until today, all over the world, people are using hand scraper in order to take this layer, but this is a new feature that PLASSON is providing, this new electrical pillar. It is make a little dirt, so don't stand close to it, and don't do it at home in your saloon. Very easy work, and in 45 seconds, he can weld this area. After scraping this part, Amos will clean it. It is a necessity to work on a very clean environment. Scraping is over. That's a sign that the scraping is over. What you have to do now is to clean this area. You can use any very good alcohol, high percentage alcohol, don't use vodka, in order to clean this area with just paper towel. We recommend to use this kind of pad. This is already with alcohol, you can smell it, and pass it over. Don't clean babies with this. Although the fitting was cleaned and it's still its original packaging, Amos will clean also the saddle in order to be on the safe side. And now he will clean the scraped area. The next step is to clamp this top load saddle on the pipe. This is a very critical step. We have to make sure that there are no gaps between the fitting and the pipe. For this, PLASSON came out with a very simple but unique and very good solution. It's a clamping tool for saddles. Amos is just putting the plate on this 160 outlet, and with the help of Oded, he will now put on the straps. This is a great collaboration between the marketing department and the technical department. He's tightened up the straps, and for those of you who want to see later, right here there is an indicator that shows him exactly how much he has to, what power he has to put on in order to really to close all the gaps between the saddle and the fitting. And that's all what you have to do. Now it's the time for welding. For this welding, we are having here this very special controller, okay? Very light, very easy, can weld many fittings without cooling, and with the PLASSON unique system, Amos will show you now, there is a red cable and a black cable. There is a red sensor on the fitting and a black sensor. Amos is connecting the red cable to the red sensor, the black to the black. The machine knows how to read automatically the fitting and will give the exact welding time needed. It's approximately 500 seconds to weld this kind of saddle. It depends on the size of the fitting, the amount of energy that you have to put in. For instance, 63 millimeter coupler, you will weld 1 minute. You don't have to wait here 500 seconds because we already prepared a welded saddle for you. As you can see on this welded saddle, there is a small pipe, 16 millimeter pipe, in order to make a pressure test before cutting through the saddle. We don't want to make, again, we want to be here on the safe side. We want to make sure that the welding is good. Because if the welding is not good and the installer made some errors, you can find yourself with a big hole in a 710 millimeter pipe in the middle of the desert, and then I don't know who can save you. In order really to test that the weld is okay, Amos is making a pressure test. He's taking it up to 20 bar for 2 minutes, not more, just to check that the weld is okay. The weld is okay, Amos? So he can release now, taking it out, and now it's the time to cut through. Now you have to understand that Amos is going to cut now this thick of a layer, okay, with this driller. First of all, he is taking out the small 16 millimeter pipe in order to ease the drilling. And right now, with a little noise and with a little help from your guys, he will try to cut it through. He cannot do it in one phase. You have to take it out, clean it, and do it again. First phase, now we will take it out. Clean the inside. And here goes Amos again. And here we are. Everything is ready to connect an outlet to this large bore pipe. Thank you, Amos. Before you go, yeah, clap your hands, guys. Before you go, just a bonus. You've been so patient. This is another unique feature of PLASSON. It's only 4 years in the market. This we call the Serial 1 fitting. This is the optimal push fit. You know, you used to have a mechanical fitting with nuts and everything. Right here what you have is this beautiful fitting. It can be also as a gadget, you know, or something that you can go on. It's very nice. You just take the pipe, you put it in, you push it, and here we go. Up to 16 bar, 50 years, you can sleep quietly. Thank you very much.
mushroom.